Hey there, park runners, and welcome to my running of the Yzerfontein Park Run. Now, Yzerfontein is on the west coast of the Western Cape, roughly about an hour's drive out from Cape Town. As you can see, we are running on the beach, and at the start, it's just a line and everyone lines up, so no seating or anything like that. So, if you are a faster runner, please make sure that you make your way to the front. Otherwise, you will have to dodge people like I am doing here. But luckily, it is quite wide stretch of beach, so no one's really impeding anyone and you can get around everybody quite easily. As you can see, we are running along the beach, but the blessing is the sand is actually quite hard and sturdy underfoot. In actual fact, I think it's actually better than running on the road because it's slightly softer and less impactful. But it is solid running all the way. And you'll notice a little bit in the left-hand side, there is a gentleman running barefoot. You are more than welcome to run barefoot, but I personally wouldn't do it because there is a lot of broken shells on the route and you do run the risk of cutting your feet, but that's up to you. So if you want to, go run barefoot if it's the most comfortable for you. You can see this morning it was a bit cloudy and cool, but it was still very nice. And what's nice about this one is the fact that you are running on the beach with the sound of the waves crashing next to you. So I would recommend do not run with any earphones in, but just enjoy the nature and the sound of the beautiful ocean whooshing there next to you. Now we take off along the beach, and then about 800 meters down the line, we turn around and you'll see there's a flag here. And don't make the mistake of what I did and run into the flag. So yes, and then we go back to past the starting point, and you can see you run past your friends and your families, the slower ones, or if you are the slow one, then the faster ones come past you on this side, and you'll see this lady in pink will be waving to her friends and family on that side. So that's the one nice thing about this route, is that you can see your loved ones as you are going along. And now we are just going nice and flat, and I would say 90% of this route is quite flat and almost boring, if I want to put that way. So we are speeding things up a bit here because we are it's all the same from here onwards up until we get past the starting line. Sorry for the shakiness. I hope you don't get a stroke. We'll work out where to put the GoPro to make it less shaky. We'll get better as we do this more and more often. And now we get to the only really tough part of this course. And there is this little uphill in between the two beaches. So this is very soft sand, guys. And you can see it is a bit of an incline. So I would suggest do not push too hard here. Don't burn out your legs. Rather take a little bit easier, make up the time when you are running flat and unimpededly, to put it that way. We go over, but this is a beautiful view. As you can see, look at that gorgeous beach all along that way. And you'll see the distance little dots of the front runners. So you can see how fast they are. I've fallen behind a bit. And there's this little tough part here. And then, of course, try not to face plant on the way down. You have this little steep little downhill here. And back onto the firm things. Sorry guys, the wind was blowing quite a bit on this beach and I had to turn my cap around. In actual fact, I then had to retighten it because it kept on blowing off. Now we're going to fast forward because now it's about a 2 kilometer, well, I think a little bit less than a 2 kilometer run, but along the beach. And as you can see from this, it is very flat, same view, but absolutely gorgeous. And we're just gonna keep on going until we turn around. will say the breeze was quite refreshing. It kept us cool, but it did hit us quite a bit. But the nice thing is when you turn around, you have it from behind. So it's always a positive. So as you can see, it's not like a usual park run with a lot of turns and twists and all of that. It is pretty much flat and straight. Flat and straight. I think that's my only complaint. Even though it's beautiful, it does get a little bit monotonous. I do prefer, to see a little bit of different views while I am running, but that's just me. You can always comment below and give me your opinion, whether you think this is boring or not. Let me know what you think. There you can see the front runners coming back, so they're passing us on the left and basically on their way back to the starting point. So if you get lost on this park run, then you've got to really question yourself and life choices, because it is very, very simple and easy. And here we go. We get to the turning point and we get to turn around here and go all the way back, and this time I do avoid the flag. Thank goodness for that. Now we go all the way back. At least the bonus of this park run is they don't need as many volunteers. And there you can see I had to flip my cap around again because now the wind is from behind and I'm running like the wind. But as I was saying, they don't need a lot of volunteers because there's not a lot of places where you can turn off incorrectly and miss the route. So it is pretty much straightforward. And as you can see, you run past all the other beeps, so you're always running past each other and seeing each other. So at least you can see how far away your friends are if they're not running with you or behind you or in front of you. But remember, it is a public beach, so we do have locals as well walking their dogs or just being on the beach, so always be mindful of that as well. As you can see, it is dog friendly. Obviously dogs always on a leash, but the one thing I did not see at this park run is people with prams. I think this one is one of those that's a little bit difficult for for those runners, those family runners. This part should be fine, but getting over that hill, sand hill, is very difficult. And now we get back to this hill. The only blessing is, it's close to the end. It's about 4.5 kilometers away from the end. So you've got 500 meters to go, and you can see I just walked up here. This little incline is quite steep and soft. Just walk, just save the legs, and you can push this last bit quite hard towards the end. At least this little part is all downhill, So it's a steep little incline and then long downhill, at least towards the end. And you can see the end in sight. We are almost back to where we started. So as you can see, quite an easy park run. I think it's one of the easier park runs that we do. Therefore, for Yzerfontein park run, I will give it a 3 out of 10 for difficulty. For organizing, I will give them an 9 out of 10. It is a very well organized park run and quite easy route, and all the people are extremely friendly. Then for route beauty, this one is going to be a bit contentious because I'm only going to give it a 7 out of 10. Yes, it is a beautiful beach, but I'm more of a forest guy and it is quite monotonous, the straightforward. But let me know what your thoughts are. And then for overall rating for Yzerfontein Park Run, I will give it an 8, and I will definitely run it again the next time I am in the area. Well, this has been Baz. Thank you for running the Yzerfontein Park Run with me. Please let me know in the comment section below if you have run it and what your thoughts are, or if you're thinking of running it. And hopefully this video helped you. But you go and have an amazing day and keep on running, and see you at the next park run.